I welcome you to today's edition of the platform. This is Success 105.3 FM, Ibadan. We're talking about the Osun State off-cycle gubernatorial elections scheduled for Saturday, 15th August 2026. And as you know, my name is Akeem Kareem. I have with me live in the studio Mr. Adebayo Adedeji. He is the Secretary, Media and Publicity Committee, and he's also the team lead, Digital Media Committee, Osun APC Governorship Campaign Council, to enlighten us from the perspectives of the APC Osun about what has been happening. On Saturday, 15 August 2026, the Osun State gubernatorial off-cycle election will take place in 30 local government areas plus one and administrative council with 3,763 polling units in 332 registration areas, that is what we call wards, and according to INEC, there are exactly 2,333,233 registered voters. We do not know yet the number of PVCs that have been collected, and all eyes globally and internationally are on Osun State as the countdown continues. There have been counter accusations from two leading political parties about issues related to the off-cycle gubernatorial election, and this afternoon, Mr. Adedeji is here. Mr. Adedeji, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Akeem. It's nice to be here.
Yes, thank you for being here. Osun 2026 off-cycle elections. What is the situation of things today from the APC angle? How is it panning out?
As you have rightly said, election is just about a week, away. We are in the middle of the campaign. We have done 26 local governments. It remains about 4 local governments. Everywhere we go to, we discuss, we espouse the 7-point agenda of our gubernatorial candidate, Asiwaju Monurudin.
Can you enumerate these 7 points?
Education.
Okay.
Health. Wealth creation. Security. So those are the pillars on which his proposed government is going to be built upon. Ambo has been going everywhere. He's familiar, or let me say, the people of Osun State are familiar with him the same way he's familiar with them. They
said he was the person who introduced half salary. Is that the familiarity?
No, that is not correct. Let me tell you.
Okay, no, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
So we have been moving around talking about education, how he's going to do it differently from the current situation. We're talking about health, how he's going to do it different from the current experience.
You speak for this campaign. Speak about health. What will you do differently? Don't let, we like to set agenda. And unfortunately, members of your political elite do not like to set agenda. Speak about health. What are his plans for health? There was a recent report, Nigeria Public Health Care Commission, I've forgotten, primary health care, that listed Osun State as having the highest number of non-functional primary health care centers. And the government has said they inherited that from your government. So let's use health.
That is not correct. When we were in government, we built 332 health centers. I have the list here. 332 health centers.
Buildings without equipment or buildings with equipment?
If I say built, we rehabilitated. So it means we put necessary things there. We rehabilitated, we put every center in good shape. It means each ward, at least each ward in Osun State, had our feelings. So that was, until recently.
And the personnel
until recently.
In these primary care centers, were there personnel?
We are talking about human resources. We are talking about the capital investment. During our tenure, the government of Oyetola built 30 quarters for medical doctors, so that the doctors will be very close to the hospital instead of moving outside the state or moving from other places that will be difficult for them. They are like resident doctors there. It be 30 quarters for the medical doctors. Up to this moment, the government of today has not even added one. That's number one. Number two is that during our tenure, consumables in the hospitals were always available. Until now, that even in the last 3 months, there has not been the immunization, the vaccine for immunization has not been available in all the health centers in Osun State. In the last 3 months, we have been making noise about it. And government is not concerned about it. They are only concerned about the re-election campaign. You know,
just like your party too.
Our party is concerned about the election, but we are still concerned about the governance and policy aspect of it. The candidate of our party, you know, before he joined the race, was the managing director and chief executive officer of National Inland Waterways Authority. So he resigned that appointment. Before he left that appointment, you know, he had reduced the fatality on our waterways by 72%. So he's somebody that has capacity, somebody that is, you know, has been involved in public service over the period. So he resigned the appointment so that he can face campaign, unlike what we have here in Osun State. The governor has
What do you have in Osun State?
The governor has been more concerned about the re-election campaign than governance and policy execution. And that's why I've talked about...
More concerned about campaign than policy execution.
If they tell you that hospitals in Osun State or hospital in any state does not have vaccines for immunization, will you believe it? That should be the pure water. But that is the reality in Osun State. People are aware of this. Pregnant women...
But I've never seen anybody call on radio to complain that there are no vaccines in the hospital.
You know, they said uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. If you have not had any opportunity to go to hospital, you will not feel it. And because the health system is poorly run in the state, so people will rather, even people that don't have money, will rather go to private centers, health centers, because even that one is cheaper. In public centers in Osun State, public health centers in Osun State, you spend as much as 400,000, 450 for CS, and you can get it cheaper in private hospitals.
Are you suggesting the public healthcare system in Osun State is more expensive than the private?
Has been commercialized. Let me tell you
commercialized?
This.
How?
Commercialized. The bulk of the money, like 25 or 30% of revenue, apart from what came from federal government, the 25 to 30% of revenue of Osun State in health, sector last year, 2025, came from sales of drugs. Sales of drugs. The same thing with education, that students are being charged as much as 1.5 million. Students of Unilever are being charged 1.5 million.
Yes, Prince Adeleke spoke about that. He said your administration, the administration of Oyetola, just set up that Unilever by name. By name, there was no infrastructure on ground.
Mr. Kareem, do they set up university by name?
That's what he said.
Do they? I'm just asking you now.
He said you never started it.
Mr. I was deliberate, when I had an engagement with him, because I wanted to be, respectful to him, being a much, elderly person to me. But Prince Diron Odeyemi has, that kind of history of, trying to twist,
That was exactly what he said about you.
I don't know whether you have known him before now, but those people that are conversant with your politics, I'm talking about 2003, during the administration of Alao Akala, will tell you, Diron, just leave. I know him like back of my hand. He was on the payroll of our government when we were in government. He was on the payroll. He will be the one to give information.
Despite being in the party, not being your party? How?
I said he was on our payroll.
How? Why did you put him on your payroll?
Because he was serving a purpose. So what I'm saying in essence, we are not here because of him. I'm here to discuss governance and policy. But anytime you have an opportunity to interview him again, ask him directly whether he did not collect money from the APC government.
In what capacity?
Capacity of a spy. He was spying on the PDP. So Prince Odeyemi, he thrives where there is money. He thrives where there is money.
Let's move on. I want to ask you exactly, what is Asiwaju Monirudin Bola Ibamiji, the APC gubernatorial candidate, what is he offering the Osun State people? What exactly? Leave the shenanigans, leave the politicking, leave the politics.
In education, he has promised to recall 1,500 teachers, sacked by the current government. We were the one that employed those teachers in 2022. And on assumption of office of Governor Ademola Adeleke, he said he did not like the faces of those people.
Are you sure he said that? Or he queried the process? He said your party chose only their cronies.
What is the rationale? What is the rationale behind sacking 1,500 teachers? They were not outsiders. They were Osun people. Let us assume they are APC members. Are they not Osun?
Were they qualified?
All of them are qualified. Why are they finding it difficult? Why are they struggling to employ more teachers? Let us assume that those people were not qualified. You sack them. Why are you not supposed to employ other teachers within a few months? In the last almost 4 years now, they have not employed successfully new teachers to replace those people. Let me give you one instance. In Atakumosa East, there are about 84 schools in the local government, primary and secondary. And we have about 92 teachers taking 84. That is one teacher per school.
92 teachers taking 84 schools?
84 schools in Atakumosa East. It is like that everywhere in Osun State. There is scarcity of teachers. And Osun State government is not concerned about employing more teachers. In the last 4 years, they collected money from some applicants about 20 is propaganda. That is propaganda. When Oyetola was in government, we had scarcity of funds. We were paying some of the inherited loan. But despite that, Oyetola was committed to the well-being, welfare of the people. Infrastructural-wise, Oyetola is still the best. In 2020, even Oyetola, let me give you this system.
Projects.
Rauf Adedeji had resources, particularly in the first term of his tenure. It was during the second term that he had difficulties in finance, but in the first term, the 4 years, he had enough resources. Oyetola did not have resources. Oyetola was paying back inherited. When we were in government for about 20 months, we gave food support scheme to the people. 600,000 people, 30,000 food to household every month for 20 months. You know, Oyetola government expanded the scope of the of his wealth creation and wealth creation in the state. That is why many of the people that were involved in the Osun food scheme were locals. I have told you the other time I was on your show, I said in the last 3.5 years, APC has lost no fewer than 40 of its members. Before during 2022 and 2023 election, we lost about 30 of our members. This year alone, we have lost more than 10. In fact, yesterday, we lost a member in Ilesha. The person was killed. Another member of our party was also killed in Osogbo yesterday. So it's more or less.
How do these things happen? Where is the police when all of these things happen?
Maybe police will be in a position to answer that. I'm just telling you the development in the politics in Osun State. So we have lost over 40.
But when the people die, would you sense of respect to the dead? How do you know that it's a particular party that killed that person? I
can show you the video of because Osun is a big place. Let me put it that way. So if anything happens, of course you have a family member that will identify you. One of the persons that was killed yesterday was even adorning the armband cap. I think they killed him because it was adorning armband cap. They have said we should not wear anything that relates to APC. They just want us to. They want to, run us aground. They want us to leave the place so that they will have an opportunity.
But that's not the position of Mr. Sheila. That's not the position of Ademola. He actually said that you are the people doing this, and that you have the Nigerian police, the civil defense, and other apparatus of the federal government in your support.
Didn't we have those people, or were we not in government in 2022 when they said we lost the election? We were in government. We were in government at the state level. We were in government at the federal level. So why are they now making noise about federal? That is just to blackmail the president. The issue is that Governor Ademola Adeleke should speak to Osun people what he has done for them. In 2020,
has he not done anything?
In 2022,
the flyover, the road,
that came in,
the airport,
the flyover that collapsed just within 1 week.
That was not a collapse.
Okay.
That was probably a structural defect, minor one for that matter.
Are you an engineer, sir?
And what I was told,
engineers will tell you that was, a collapse. When you are unable to use a facility, particularly a road, that is a collapse. It might not be an absolute collapse, but it's a partial collapse.
They saw APC people going to that bridge with sledgehammers.
That is laughable. They know it. The engineers, when they were constructing that road, that flyover, we told them, yes, because they gave the contract to a company, registered as art and craft specialist. You understand this?
Not the construction firm?
Not at all. Even the other road, the other flyover close to that Lameko, that is Okefia flyover, they gave it to Ascot Nigeria Limited. Ascot Nigeria Limited was registered as an estate agency.
Maybe they have diversified into construction.
If you diversify into any other area, it must show in your incorporation. You cannot just wake up, overnight and say, I want to do this. It must reflect in the experience of your stakeholders and promoters of the company. So you just don't wake up overnight and change your line of business. They were registered as fertilizer distribution company. Some of them were registered as interior decorator. The company that is handling the airport in Ede, 130 billion naira contract in Ede, airport contract, is an interior decoration company. Showity Nigeria Limited, Showity Global Company. Interior decoration.
Are you suggesting the state government did not do due diligence?
Even if you want to steal money, you steal with sense. You don't want to. It's like you want to expose the people of the state to danger. You should prioritize the safety of the people in any infrastructure you are building. A serious government, a serious leader should prioritize the safety of the people. If you want to steal money, you can steal money, but do
you support corruption?
What I am saying,
you are inadvertently saying
what I am saying in essence.
Sensibly, did your government steal sensibly?
I am talking
Did
about.
I am talking about.
If you know Oyetola, you know what I am talking about. It's a no nonsense man. That is why almost 4 years.
With sense.
That was just a banter, and that was just by the way. What I am saying is prioritize safety of the people. We know that they are doing all these projects because they want to line their pockets, because they want to steal the people's money. But even if you want to steal people's money, do good road for them, do good project for them. Don't expose them to danger. That's what we are talking about. Virtually all they promised 5 flyovers in 2023. They only deliver 1. The one they delivered.
Your party didn't do any flyover?
We did a flyover within 1 year.
They said it was a narrow flyover.
They are still using it up to this moment. They badmouth it that
time. At the other time they said they were going to have
in 2021.
When we come to have structural test on it a few weeks ago. That probably they will even close it down.
The people of Osun are still using that road because it's a master class.
A master class?
Yes.
They said it's narrow. That is not.
I said a master class in architecture, a master class in civil engineering. Are
you a civil engineer?
I am not, but when I see good things,
you are a promoter. Are you exaggerating, Mr.
I said in 20.
I put it to you.
When we are building that road,
exaggerating.
I am not. When we are building that road, Mr. I can better appreciate what is happening. When we are building that road, they say a lot of things, terrible things about what we are doing. They say it will collapse. In fact, they said it will collapse within 1 week. This is 2026. We commissioned that flyover in 2021. It's still standing, and anytime you pass through that place, Osun people still pray for the government of Oyetola, and that's why they want us to return to government. They don't want a government.
Majority of Osun people, or just your party loyalists?
Majority of the people. The survey has shown that they want us back.
Who did the survey?
Independent, independent company.
That your party paid to?
Not at all.
So how did you get the result of this service?
Of course, we are a serious political party. You know, when we see stuff like that, of course they will share information with us, they will share details with us. And
there are no surveys that say you should lose.
Do you know why Governor Adeleke is jumping up and down, is crying everywhere?
Is he jumping? No, don't say governor is crying up and down.
Okay, what did he do? What did he do 2 days ago? When
he was making Governor Adeleke was jumping up and down.
In a moment, sir, he made some seditious remarks 2 days ago. He called President.
Are you a judge? When
you claim that the president of a country wants to rig an election, that's what he said.
He was not explicit about that. I know that video you're talking about. What did he say? He was not explicit about that. If you don't mind, I can search for that video.
Can you play the video for me?
We can do that.
As I was saying, the government of Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola was the one that experimented with the modulated salary.
Modulated salary, English, big grammar, half salary.
Level 1 to level 7 officers
were paid half salary.
It was half salary.
So let's move on.
And some of the characters, even that are serving in the government of today, were commissioners at that time. The commissioner for local government at that time is the current commissioner for information in Osun State, Oluomo Kolako Alimi. He's the one speaking for Governor Ademola Adeleke now. At that time, Governor Adeleke was a member of APC. His elder brother, the late Sherubamo, was a senator representing.
When I was owing this salary.
Yes, even on many occasions, the senior senator, appealed to the workers to cooperate with the government at that time.
On half salary.
So half salary.
Are you suggesting it was a joint decision?
Half salary.
Are you suggesting
the senators? I'm telling you, it was a joint decision, between politicians and labor leaders. But let us leave that one. During last electioneering, Governor Ademola Adeleke, the candidate at that time, promised that within 6 months of assumption of office, he was going to clear all the half salary. And God has been very good to him. The allocation of Osun State has times 4 of what we had when we were in government. When we were in government, the average allocation from Abuja was 2 billion naira. Today, Osun State receives as much as 14 billion naira, 15 billion naira every month. And yet, they have not been able to even pay half of the half salary. They have not been able to do half of the...
That have not succeeded in offsetting half of their standing?
I learned that it was about 30 months half salary. Osun State has not paid up to 15 months in the last 4 years. And the governor, I am talking about facts that are available to the people. It is in public gear. There's nothing to hide about it. Let me tell you, let me shock you. Last year, Governor Adeleke proposed to pay 6 billion naira, to clear gratuity areas. That was in the budget, 6 billion naira. At the end of it all, the government did not pay 1 naira gratuity areas. The government also promised to pay 14 billion naira for gratuity.
I need to hold on a bit. Let's just take a part of this video to know what Governor Adeleke actually said and why you feel that is sedition.
President Tinubu, I'm passing this message to you.
Okay.
Kí lẹ fẹ́ kí Ọ̀ṣun ṣe? A ní pé àti endorse yìí kí ló dé?
Okay, endorse.
Kí ló dé? Kí ló fi pa wá? Kí ló dé? Kí ló fi pa ọmọ Yorùbá? Àwọn ọlọ́pàá ti wà compromise. Ẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n máa wá sí bọ́dà wa. Àwọn kidnappers wà bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ bá wọn. Àwọn tó jíyàn gbé President Tinubu mọ̀ ń fi àsìkò yìí sọ fún yín o. Ẹ má sọ pé mi ò pariwo. I am the Chief Security Officer of Osun State. Hello, President Tinubu, I am passing this message to you. Osun will not accept any rigging. We will go out en masse and vote and defend our vote. Mo tún repeat here. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí n tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní 1983 kó ṣẹlẹ̀. President Tinubu, Osun people, our core party have endorsed you. as our presidential candidate? Why are we suffering? Why is our body being taxed? Oyetola need to be called to order. Gbogbo anabimo, empower èèyàn. Ǹjẹ́ ni wọ́n sọ ní pé ẹ̀jẹ̀ wọn mọ́lọ́mọ́ tí ọmọ tó bá lọ́wọ́ ń bẹ̀ tó ń pa Ọlọ́run á dá sẹ̀ríà fún wọn. Ọlọ́run á dá sẹ̀ríà fún wọn.
So, Mr. Adeleke, we are back on that. So, what is sedition there?
You know,
did it incite anybody against constitutional authority?
Of course, it was actually to incite the people of the state against the president and the Nigerian police force. If you listen to me very well,
he put the Nigerian police force.
He said
in a corner by saying that they are killing their people.
No. He said Nigerian police are compromised. That was a weighty allegation.
That is his point of view.
He said they are compromised. That's number one. Number two is that the president, we have endorsed you. What do you want again? Why do you want to rig? He said it. So if you are saying
sedition?
That is sedition. When you are saying the president of a country,
what is sedition?
Sedition is when you are instigating the people against a constituted authority.
How did he instigate with what he said? He only tried to push his position.
Which position?
That his party, having endorsed Mr. President, should be given a level playing ground. Is that too much to ask for?
Has the president not given a level playground?
If he felt the president had given a level playing ground, he would not have said that.
Mr. Kareem, let me tell you, the government of Osun State has a culture of always trying to be a judge in their own court. They are the ones that are always correct. They are the ones that are always on the local government issue. Even when the Attorney General of the Federation gave legal advisory, when the IG of Police gave his own advisory as well, when the Accountant General of the Federation gave his own advisory, Osun State government,
all of them work for Mr. President, and they said Mr. President is a friend or relative to former Governor Itola.
I don't know. I don't know about that. The job. Oh, you don't know that. The job of there's nothing wrong about being a blood of anybody.
Okay.
You understand? There's nothing wrong about it. But we are talking about the Constitution and interpretation of court judgment. The Attorney General of the Federation has the power. It's mandated by the Constitution of Nigeria to interpret judgment of the court, and he interpreted the judgment, the way he understood it. And the same thing with the Accountant General of the Federation. The same thing with some of these big officials that have advised Governor Adeleke to abide by the judgment of the court. But Osun State government still sees that they are the ones that are right.
I want us to move forward.
Yes, sir.
You have made two positions.
Yeah.
You have said Governor Adeleke is made seditious statements against the person of President Tinubu. I agree with you as a professional because my duty, there's nobody here to counter what you're saying, and so I have to play the devil's advocate and be neutral on that. And so electoral violence in Osun, he indicted Mr. President, say power, So
when you say power, what does it mean? When you say you are killing us, the president is killing us.
Who is to be blamed? Who is to be blamed?
The governor. Let me give you the governor that has been harboring criminals. Emir Ajagungbade is an appointee of Governor Ademola Adeleke.
Harboring criminals?
Let me make my thoughts, sir.
Okay.
Emir Ajagungbade is an appointee of Governor Ademola Adeleke. He was accused of killing some of our members in Osogbo and other areas in 2022 and 2023. He faced the court. He was granted bail. Some officials of Osun State government, stood shorty for him, and he jumped bail. When he jumped bail, the Osun State, the Nigerian police force declared him wanted. Do you know something? He has been living in government house. That's number one. He was one of the people the IG was referring to when he came to Osun State. That the CP told me that you are harboring criminals, the wanted criminals in the government house. There's another one. Nuruddin Alowonle is the leader of the NURTW in Osun State. He was found with a Beretta pistol in broad daylight. They killed that case. That Nuruddin Alowonle, has been linked to killings in Osogbo. In 2023, a member of our party, Wakil, was kidnapped. They tied his legs and cut his leg, and they went away with his body. It is like that everywhere. One of our members too, they cut his neck and they went away with his body. That has been the system over the period. And Governor Adeleke, some of these characters that have been declared wanted by the police are the one moving around with the governor. Sometimes ago, about 2 or 3 months ago, I still have the video here. I can send it to you so that you can play it for the people to see. The same Emir Ajagungbade that has been declared wanted by the police was the one manning the gate of the government house. He was welcoming some, hard-looking guys into the government house. That government house is supposed to be a temple, where not everybody will be able to enter. It's like a secluded place. But unfortunately, that has become like a fortress for the criminals. And this is what we have been saying over the period. I have the video here. You can play it.
Mr. Adedeji, let's move forward. The EFCC yesterday directed banks to freeze the account. They put out the no debit order of all Osun State government, but now President Tinubu has directed the EFCC to reverse that decision that they should unfreeze the account. So what is the true situation of things? Do you really believe that the Osun State government is being there's a witch hunt from the EFCC to the Osun State government because of the next Saturday election?
Last year, I know very well that some officials of Osun Health Insurance were forced by the ICPC to refund several millions of naira that they stole.
It was not in the news.
It might not be in the news, but I'm just telling you, when we talked about the arrest of, or let me say the detainment of the Accountant General of Osun State, some people said it was a lie. When we talked about the detainment by the EFCC invited them and detained the Accountant General of Osun State. Some people said it was a lie, that it was a propaganda. When we said EFCC detained the Chief of Staff to Governor Ademola Adeleke, they said it was a lie. Yesterday, Governor Ademola Adeleke confirmed that Accountant General was detained by the EFCC over fraud. The Accountant General
is a civil servant.
He's a civil servant.
He's not a politician. So probably in the discharge of his duties.
If EFCC does not have some facts, I don't think they will invite him and even detain him. That's just by the way. But I have told you that the Osun State government has a history of corruption, written over it.
You mean allegations of corruption?
It is.
I'm a person of numbers, but I also know some little words. You cannot say
Mr. Kareem, in 2023, sir. In 2023,
maybe you can say allegations of corruption.
In 2023, sir, the Osun State government published financial document. That is the audited account for 2023, and they said they purchased 800 million. They used 800 million to purchase a satellite. We have asked them over a period, where is the location of the satellite? 100 million naira. They could not account for it. I have talked about 2 billion naira that was given to Osun State by the federal government to purchase CNG buses in 2023 when subsidy was removed from the fuel. Osun State diverted that money, more or less stole the money, and
allegations, Mr. Adedeji. I'm sure.
I was on a TV program with the Commissioner of Information in Osun State, and they confirmed it on air that they did not use that money to purchase any vehicle. They said
maybe they had more pressing issues.
They said the money was purpose built. Purchase of buses for the people. That was after the removal of fuel subsidy. They diverted the money. They said they used the money for insurance, health insurance. When the federal government has already given Osun State money for health insurance, support for health insurance. Last year, federal government gave Osun State 800 million naira for health insurance. Osun State government will not acknowledge it. Most of the things federal government has done for
all these are still in the realm of allegations. They have not been proven by any court of law. No convict.
It is the responsibility of EFCC to investigate and prosecute.
So are you supporting that the EFCC freeze their account?
Why are people of good conscience, good spirited citizens are supposed to be supporting the EFCC? If EFCC has
in the case of witch hunt,
do you see that
10 days to an election?
Do you see even it can happen a day before election?
That's the preponderant opinion.
Unless we can only question the style of EFCC if it is ultra bias of their mandate. But if it is within their mandate,
is it within their mandate?
Yes,
to freeze an account without the court order.
You can freeze an account within 3 days. Within 76 hours. 72 hours, you can freeze the account. Then you can now go to court, for an order. So it is still within their mandate.
There's one thing, and we are running out of time now. The INEC. Don't even go there yet. One of the most talked about action of the Osun APC, according to our party, is that the security backed former NUIC members to forcibly take over parks and garages along the length and breadth of Osun State, so that the NUIC members will be used by INEC to convey election material. They'll be loyal to you. How true is that?
I don't know about that. Sincerely, I don't know about that. The garage, the NURTW politics is better left for them to play.
Are they being instigated by the APC members in Osun State? I
am not aware of that. What I know very well is that the characters.
Did your party oppose the dissolution of the NRCW when foreign elements took over the garages?
I know for a fact that the national body, the national body of NURTW made a declaration about it. They made a statement about the leadership of NURTW in the state. I think that should settle it. That should settle it.
Do you know the position of the party on this?
I don't know.
Is that your party use federal might, including NURTW, including the police, including security agencies, to send out the original executives of the NURTW in these branches?
How did those people become the leaders of NURTW? Was it not by the proclamation by the national body of the NURTW? Are they not the same people, the same body that proclaimed them as the leader? Are they not the same?
They say in the process, you are disturbing the peace of the state.
One of the things the national body of NURTW said, regarding the leadership in Osun State is that the former chairman, that is Nuruddin Alowonle, that he has absconded, that is nowhere to be found. That's one of the person I told you the police are looking for. It was the one that was found with Barretta Pistol, and is the one that has been linked to multiple killings in the state. He said he has run away, evading police arrest. And the NURTW leadership in Abuja said they cannot continue that way, that the NURTW in the state needs leadership. And they now formed, a caretaker committee.
So how did they take over the garages?
I don't know whether...
Machete?
I am not aware. I'm not aware of that.
Let's move forward. The INEC, police, the civil defense, and NYSC, NURTW among critical stakeholders in the conduct of the elections. In your view, how fair, open, and transparent are these institutions as we approach 15th August in Osun State?
Yeah, so far so good. There have not been any reports of backdoor arrangements, and I think that is okay. And we hope that can.
Has your party been doing any backdoor arrangements?
I'm talking about there has not been anything untoward in the conduct.
Who is the resident electoral commissioner of Osun State?
I don't know his name. I don't know. I think it's a
lady.
Why was
the previous person moved away?
I am not. That is within the operation of the INEC. So they can do anything. They can move anybody. It does not concern our as a political party. Our responsibility is to canvass for votes, and that's what we are doing at the moment.
Pitch your support for your candidate and projecting. I said that's your duty.
Yes, to promote. To pitch our candidates to the people so that we can get their votes. That's what we have been doing in the last 3-4 months.
But if I put it to you as a final question, the majority of the people of Osun State believe that the incumbent Governor Adeleke deserves a second term.
Is it people that are paying 1.5 million in school?
Does Governor Adeleke deserve
University of Malaysia charges 1.5 million naira? A governor that deserves or that needs a re-election will not focus on his hometown. 72% of infrastructure in Osun State has gone to Ede, while other 28 local governments in the state, are now struggling with 28%. That is not the best way to run the government.
I need you to make your final statement, closing statement, in 30 seconds.
Yeah, my final statement is the APC is committed to peaceful election in Osun State. We are talking to the people of the state how our party is a better alternative to what we have at the moment. We are appealing to them to look at our programs, and we are begging them to vote for us. And again, we are using this opportunity to appeal to our party members to continue to endure even despite the provocation, they should continue to be orderly and peaceful.
Endure. And those are the closing statements for Mr. Adebayo Adedeji, who is the Secretary, Media and Publicity Committee, and also the Team Lead, Digital Media Committee, Osun APC Governorship Campaign Council. Mr. Adebayo Adedeji, thank you for coming. My name is Akeem Kareem. Keep listening to Success 105.3 FM. Thank you and God bless.